So, is this going to be any less confusing? Let's see. Yeah, my first encounter with Sleep Token was, how can I put it? A little bit puzzling. If I'm honest, I couldn't really put my finger on what they were putting out, and not because I'm thinking it was bad. It was just, I don't know, it was just very different, But of course, I went into the reaction knowing that Sleep Token had been nominated for a Grammy in the metal category. So I had that in my mind, right? So, what came through the headphones when I was listening to them wasn't what I was expecting. Because, you think they're being nominated for a metal Grammy, right? Plus, I guess my own background and knowledge of rock and metal from the 70s and 80s, probably has an influence on what I'm expecting as well, right? And as I explained, I'm kind of coming back from a kind of a musical wilderness, so I'm catching up with a lot of bands and genres of rock that, are totally new to me, but have been around for quite a long time, for 25 plus years. So I try and keep an open mind with any music that I'm unfamiliar with, But I am still baffled by Sleep Token. Now, I will say it was great to receive so many comments from Sleep Token fans who were really kind enough to try and, contextualize my experience, giving advice and, just being, just friendly and supportive. Like, you should try this and you should try that. Now, some of you guys also commented that Sleep Token, in your opinion, isn't a metal act, okay? And also I had comments saying that they were something called genre fluid, which I tell you what wasn't a term that was around in the 1980s. But having said that, I also received comments from people stating that they were prog rock, and another bunch of comments stating that Sleep Token is a metal act. So, I'm still a bit confused. So I tell you what I'm going to do for now. As I said, keep an open mind, but I'm going to just use the term that popped into my head when I was listening to the first reaction, and I just thought of the term avant-garde, because I know what avant-garde means as a visual thing, but this kind of seemed like avant-garde in an audio sense to me, because it was just so, I couldn't figure it out. So I'm just going to stick with avant-garde for the time being. Now, I will be listening to your advice now, guys. It seems that the most popular piece of advice was to go back to earlier Sleep Token music. Some people have commented that that last track probably was not a good first one to listen to. There was a suggestion that it's off an album that was recently signed to a big record label, and maybe they've changed their style a little bit or softened it a little bit. I'm going to go back to earlier Sleep Token, which I've been told has a bit of a heavier edge. And of course, I am a rock and metal fan, so I really like that. So I thought, okay, let's do this. Let's try it. Now, I did a quick dive just to read about the band a little bit. The lead singer is called Vessel. Obviously not his real name. That's his stage name. And the others in the band are given Roman numerals. So there's II, IV, and the other is called Espera. Okay. And the band is another group that wears masks. Seemingly popular now, eh? And they've evolved their look based on each era. So I guess an era being every album, I suppose. So it's a bit like Ghost in that respect, right? Because that's always changing per album as well. Okay.
Before we move on, I'd just like to say check the links in the comment section below on ways how you can support this channel. Any support is really appreciated.
Right. So with an open mind, let's listen to this track. It's called The Offering. Yeah, So, and it was released back in 2019, I believe, around there. I did read it somewhere. I haven't got it in front of me now, but I think it was around 2019, something like that. Okay, right. Let's try this. Okay. That's definitely heavier than the previous track. It's like industrial heaviness, right? And then it changes.
You are a garden entwined with all. You are the silence.
That vocal sound.
Sacred shores, you've got diamonds for teeth, my love. So take a bite of me just once. I want to turn the page once again. Take a bite.
Cool drumming, man. Hey! That keyboard melody.
An offering in your favor, a sacrifice in your name, but I know you've got a taste, so just take a bite of me.
Effects. It's like a machine-like riff. But a real contrast with the vocal melody and the keyboard melody. It's really atmospheric, man.
Take a bite.
It's like the Terminator playing guitar, isn't it? Hey! Whoa. Blimey, that's some sound. the keyboard melody is in the background. It reminds me, it's like falling rain. You know what I mean? We're fading out. Yeah. All right. Well, that was definitely a heavier track than Emergence. So I understand why you guys said, yeah, go back and check one of these. And this was one of the ones that was recommended. I have to quickly say before it leaves my head, the keyboard melody throughout the whole track, it was like an audio description of rain. I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe that's just me in my stupid head, you know. But I will say, even though it was heavier than Emergence, there were aspects that were similar. I mean, the vocal style, because I was interested in the vocal style in the Emergence one, because his voice reminded me of the guy from Tears for Fears, who I still can't remember the name, because, in fact, one of you guys knew it, and you actually commented and said to me, oh, this guy from Tears for Fears. And yeah, it's still there. That his vocal style reminds me of that. But this track is sort of, it's like industrial. I mean, even the melody, despite it reminding me of falling rain, it's kind of very structured. You know what I mean? Like programmed. It's all kind of, you know, it's not a beautiful melody, not a flowing melody. You know what I mean? It's more like factory precision. Even the keyboard melody is. Okay, maybe the vocal melody is more flowing in that respect. But does it make any sense to you? Factory precision? Or is that just me? I don't know. I'm actually, because of the sound, I mean, I looked at the text as it was playing, and to be honest with you, I didn't really understand it, but I am curious about this song and what it's all about. Let's have a look. Because it's called The Offering. And you are a garden entwined with all. You are the silence on sacred shores. You've got diamonds for teeth, my love. So take a bite of me, just once. I want to turn the page once again. Oh yeah, and then he has that. Oh, take a bite. There's not much text in this, actually, is there? This is a given, an offering in your favor, a sacrifice in your name. But I know you've got a taste, so just take a bite of me. Turn the page once again. Give up the game and let me in. My arms belong around you, so take a bite. I want to know. I want to. And that's pretty much all the text. And as there's not much text, I'm kind of guessing there must be a theme here, right? Which I assume fans would already know about this. Because it's not incredibly descriptive, is it? The song is about an offering, which is something usually associated with something religious, pleasing a god or gaining favor from them, or something like that. But yeah, there's not much info to say what or who the offering is given to. And then you've got, bite me. And he mentions a sacrifice. Is this something sacrificial? Biting? I have no idea. There's definitely a theme here, but I cannot guess from this text just by looking at it. Let me check, because now I'm curious. Let's have a look. Okay. The offering. Okay. Right. So, apparently there is sleep token lore. Aha! So another band that is seemingly creating a wider experience outside the music. And this creation of lore is sort of, well, like I've seen it with other bands, it takes fans on a more extensive journey, right, with the band, because there are other elements involved. Now, let's have a look. And apparently, with this song, apparently the singer Vessel is a follower of the deity Sleep. Aha! So is that why the band is called Sleep Token? And it says here, Vessel encountered Sleep in a dream with promise of glory and magnificence if Vessel followed him. Alright. So this song is about the singer Vessel following this deity. And I'm guessing it's him offering himself, right? Rather than someone else. Sort of giving himself up to this deity, I guess. So there must be a whole storyline behind this kind of religious activity. I mean, religious? I wouldn't say religious, but it says deity, right? Like a cult? Oh, I don't know. It's interesting, whatever. Okay, so am I any less confused? Because that was the question I posed at the top of this, right? Now, in terms of my expectation of a metal band, yeah, this did deliver a harder edge, for sure. It's got that very cool industrial precision, which was nice, and you've got that repetitive keyboard melody with, you know, it kind of reminded me of falling rain, you know. But to tell the truth, I'm still a bit perplexed. But that's also because there must be a whole storyline of lore to grasp within this as well. So yeah, this was fascinating, which makes me curious, which means I'm going to have to check back with these guys because, yeah, it's an unfinished thing now. So yeah, I'm curious. So we're going to have to listen to more. Yeah, we'll have to do that. Alright guys, well, thanks for the advice, and, well, thanks guys.